Hello everybody, welcome to your next pick a card reading. My name's Brittany. I am the Cancerian Clairvoyant, and we are bringing a pick a card reading today about what about your energy is magnetic. I love doing these topics because I love hearing people's feedback about what they thought of the reading, and it's obviously easy to validate whether you are that way or not. So it's always fun to get that feedback. Um, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel, and for those of you that are new, please hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications for when I go live and upload new content, or on the lives. They're always lots and lots of fun, getting together with everybody and just kind of talking about spiritual topics and doing readings for people. I always have a blast, and I'm always laughing when I get to do that, and share that time with you guys. All right. So, also, if you are interested in a personal reading, let me know. You can check out the description box below. All the information in there, as far as the email, how to get a hold of me, and what I offer, is available to you. Just let me know what you would like to do, and we can go ahead and schedule something for you. I have bookings for a couple days this week, so we'll see if we can schedule something out for next week, and hopefully that will be good for everybody. Also, if you do not want to do a private video or a live reading, which I prefer the live readings because you just can convey much more information and be helpful to somebody that way. But if you do not, want to wait, I also have $22.22 email specials for questions answered. And that basically, you just send the 4 questions by email, submit the payment, and I'll answer your questions via email with pictures included of the cards, and also my interpretation of those as well. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. So I want you to go ahead and, look at the cards here. We have 3 choices: the Amazonite, which is pile 1. We have Amethyst, which is pile 2. And Mother of Pearl, which is pile 3. So I'll just give you a second to meditate on that, and we'll go ahead and get into the reading. I'm just going to pull these out of the frame here. All right, so pile 1, Amazonite. Oh, so beautiful. All right, so what about your energy is magnetic? 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 Healing. Ooh, that's a good one. So you might be very good at just being able to talk to somebody and helping them heal from traumas that are in their life. And I feel like people often seek you out, or maybe like they tell you all of their problems, and it's not that it's on purpose, but you just have this quality to you that allows other people to heal just by speaking with them. It has taken you a very long time to get this way, and I think that people are aware of this, and they see this. They see how much work you had to put into your own healing. So from that experience, if they know you, from watching you go through that experience, it's magnetic to them because they see that you've done the work to actually heal. And if it's people that, just kind of are approaching you off the street and going, oh, I always get, you have a familiar face, or I feel like I've met you before, but really that's just code to me from spirit saying, hey, this person needs help. Talk to them a little bit. So what's magnetic about your energy? Past lives. Like I was saying, I feel like you have a lot of experience. I feel like you're an old soul. You've had a lot of experiences in your past life, and just even in this current life, I feel like you've lived a lot of different experiences that helps you have that wisdom and that strength to be able to, kind of heal people. And I feel like the people that you come in contact to, look at all these people here. I feel like the people that you come in contact with too, um, feel like they know you, or you have very strong connections with people when it gets very, like, when it gets very spiritual for you. I feel like you've known them in a past life. And that's what's magnetizing about it, because I feel like you're able to find these people very easily. And it's almost like both of you know it. Okay, so we get receptivity. So I think you're a very good listener, and you're able to hear what people are saying to you, and integrate it into your own situations, and, be able to give them advice. And also, really heavy topics that may be very tiring or very painful for other people. You have a really good way of being able to take what they're saying and turn it into something that's very playful, or just lighten the mood with it. And that's why people are able to open up to you, because you do have that light demeanor about you, where it's more, let's kind of laugh about it, and then after we're done, after we're not in a state of being angry or aggressive or upset about this thing that's going on, now let's sort it out. So you're very good at manipulating people's energies, especially to be in a better headspace, so that, one, you're more receptive and they're more receptive, and you're able to integrate this technique. This is very interesting. You're able to integrate this technique into helping people, so that you can condition them to be able to help them heal. I think that's what I feel like. People bother you a lot, and it's not with the intention of, like, trying to bother you. I feel like you're almost kind of addicting to people, because people that need that healing really stick to you. Yes, you cause people to have tower moments and breakthroughs, which they otherwise wouldn't have. Some people, it's like they love it and they hate it at the same time, with the way you're able to delve through and honestly give people feedback and tell them what's going on. They love it and they hate it. They love it, so they keep coming back for more, but sometimes they hate how it makes them feel when they have to go through that change and cycle. And again, you do it with friendliness and kindness and compassion, and you show people that you actually care about hearing about their problems. And I feel that's why you're extremely magnetic, is because sometimes people, other people don't always want to help other people. And I feel like you have a very giving heart, where you're willing to, lend that friendly ear. And it's something that people don't really experience much in their life. So it really draws people in, because you listen. You truly listen. And that's not something that's very common. You help people overcome exhaustion. So you're like a little energy boost. Like I was saying, you're able to take their energy and manipulate it. So if they're feeling in this exhausted state, or just really down on a situation that they're experiencing, you're able to help them pull themselves out of the exhaustion. And you might often hear, like, someone comes to you with some type of problem or saying something to you, and you talk about it with them and help them work through it and heal it, and then they go, oh, I feel so much better. So you just have this very lovely healing quality about you, and it just really pulls people out of their states, or mutates the energy. Light worker pile here. The master. That's funny that just happened. So yeah, you're the master at this. People think that you are a master, maybe some type of, like, high priestess or shamanistic type of energy. People, look to you to advise them. That's, what the master does. They show people the way. And that's what's magnetizing about you. People feel like you have a whole knowledge base that you can share with people to help them. All right, let's pull some oracle cards for this pile. Ooh. So shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. So, like, those are your answers. like if someone came to you about like a job problem, you lay it out by like options. You go, okay, well, here's what you can do. You can either reevaluate what's going on, change your perspective, or you can fucking quit. Here are your options. And then when you boil it down to those few options, because sometimes I feel like people get lost, or we call it like lost in the sauce. Like they're too involved in the situation to be able to see what's really going on. And then you got a feeling you just can't shake that little voice inside you. Let that listen to that shit. So people often think that you're psychic. You might even do tarot cards like me, or have some type of channel or psychic ability that you often utilize to help aid people in healing or just help them along in their life. So what else is magnetic about your energy? Take the lead. Oh, the stag spirit. Oh, this one's beautiful. I feel like you are adorned, like this is just the antlers, and I feel like this is the aura out here. And your aura is adorned with just like ancestral, and I get like, I don't know how to explain it, like ritualistic ancestral ties. And it might not be apparent to people or even to you, but it radiates. And like, look how beautiful this is, like the flowers and the feathers and the little headdress. And it's like on the outside, and I feel like people recognize you that way, but it might not be like in the conscious, it might be in the unconscious, that they see this aura of just like beauty and these ancestral ties, and some people may realize it, some might not, but I think that some realize that you have many spirit guides and lots of spirit around you that is communicating with you and having you help other people, and that's really why they're drawn to you, because their spirit guides are like, hey, that person over there, they know what's going on. Just approach them randomly. I feel like I'd pick this pile. Like this would be for me. Okay, so what about your energy is magnetic? Look, past lives again. You can't make this up. This is funny. Release your past life karma. You're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So again, I feel like you come in contact, and you know that's why you're very magnetizing, because you're connecting with all these people from past lives, and they show up and you're like, oh, look, we're here. We've been in a past life before. Now let's figure out why and heal that karma. So most likely why you're magnetic, or why your energy is magnetic, is because you have karma ties with the person you're engaging with, and you're trying to heal something or clear up karma for either you or them. Okay. Like I was saying. So we get garnet, purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So past lives as well. So patterns and karma things that have continued to go on in your life are healed when you engage with these past lives or these other connections where you might have had karma with this person in the past life. That was a really awesome reading. I really much enjoyed that one. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I always love hearing your feedback. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to receive notices when I go live or update. And if you're looking for a personal reading, check out the description box below. All the details are there on how to get a hold of me, as well as the products. And if you don't want to wait the couple days that I, kind of have reserved for some other readings right now, I have a $22.22 email special going on, which usually I answer within one day. And you're allotted 4 questions, and I'll answer them by email. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile 2. Everybody have a blessed day, and thank you so much for being here. I really very much enjoyed that reading. That was great. Okay, now I clean these up. I love these cards, the Zen Osho Tarot deck. Really cool. Okay, pile 2. We have the amethyst. So what is magnetic about your energy, or what about your energy is magnetic? What about your energy is magnetic? Yeah. You are a pusher. You push through the hard times to always maintain positivity and happiness, and you offer that cup around to other people and share that energy and that light. And that is why you are magnetic, because it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You definitely have this way about you that you're like, you know what, I'm not going to let this interfere with my energy, and people really love that. I feel like you always love being in a positive energy. You put up your defense mechanism when people try to bring that negativity onto you, and the way that you handle it by just kind of looking away from it. And you might even like bluntly tell people, like, why are you acting this way? And you might have like a whole setup of how you convey to people, like, hey, this is where I'm at, this is how I want to be, and just like very strong boundaries, and people respect that and appreciate it. And basically you tell them, like, hey, this is how you're being, is this what you want to be? And you kind of make them face themselves to bring balance back into their life. So you are like, I want to say, like the claimer of positive energy is what I hear. And you will, what's magnetizing is you will straight up cut people out when they're being negative, and you have no problem doing that. And people really like that about you, because it shows what strong boundaries you have and what very little tolerance you have for people that, want to kind of come in and, destroy that happiness or impede on it. But you don't hold it against people. You always offer that hand back out to be able to say, hey, listen, I know you weren't, in a positive vibe, or you were feeling really negative, but I just had to, kind of let you go and do your own thing. But you always come back and you say, you know what, I understand that people are this way and their energy changes, but please do not impede on mine, and we can continue to, converse, but this is how it's going to be. And you're very strong about your boundaries, and that's really awesome. And it's from intense work in your spiritual journey. I feel like often you were intertwined with energies of the past that could have been really depressive and negative, and I feel like you had this spiritual awakening, and I think people around you recognize that too. They recognize all the work that you had to put in and all the heavy lifting to be able to come into that energy, and people respect that, and respect when you kind of lay that boundary out for them, like, hey, I don't want to do this, and I'm not going to. And your forthrightness is very magnetizing and makes other people want to come into this energy of, kind of, cutting out things and placing boundaries around things that, don't serve their highest good. I feel like it took you a long time to be able to understand what was for your highest good, and through a lot of pain and effort and having to stand up for yourself. But you finally were able to come into balance and say, hey, I'm just going to cut this stuff off if it's not good for me, and I'm not putting up with it. So that's very magnetizing about you, because I feel like you trigger other people to go into this spiritual awakening as well. And I believe it's from that, like, when you tell them they're in that negative energy, or like how they're impeding on your boundaries, you make them face themselves, and it's spiritual in its own way. It's spiritual in its own way because it's something that they were unwilling to face, and something that causes their vibration to resonate low. And when you're not about it, and you're really putting it in their face and going, you know what, I don't accept that, it kind of takes them aback. And they have to think twice about it. So I feel like you trigger transformation in people. You trigger spiritual transformation in people, because then when I feel like you're the catalyst for the recognition of what they're doing. Or maybe you have come in contact with like quite a few narcissists, and you've just had experience with people in that energy. So anytime it tries to impede on your personal space, you basically just cut that right off, and it causes people to have to look at themselves in the mirror and say, am I really being like this? And then it triggers change in them. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so what about your energy is magnetic? Very strong piles here. The first one was really good too. So step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. You love to indulge in that good energy. This is just repeating it. You really love indulging in that good energy. And obviously the less tasteless stuff in life, you don't want to engage in that. You want to enjoy your life. We only have one life, and you radiate that. Take a fucking trip. You're an adventurer, and people like that about you because I feel like people get drugged down by the mundane things in life, and they get stuck in these cycles where they can't break or even take an adventure. So it says go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So you're very adventurous, and your positive vibration causes you to be very adventurous, and you inspire that in other people too. I feel like you're the one that always orchestrates like group trips with amongst your friends, and anytime that you suggest something to your friend group, they are totally on board with it, and they're like, let's do it. Because it's always a really good idea and something that's definitely going to be fun, and they know it's going to be fun because you're coming at it with the perspective of let's go on an adventure, let's have some fun, let's indulge in the positive things in life. Oops, too many. Okay. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. You're a risk taker, and you're willing to try anything, and people love that about you. They find it extremely magnetic, and you coerce other people. Like I said, you're the catalyst to get other people to jump. You're like, let's jump! And they're like, okay! But they follow you still. Divine intervention. So God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. I think that this adventurous nature that you have, people see that you often are blessed with wonderful things, and people see that because you just put your faith in the divine. You put your faith in God, you put your faith in source, and people love seeing that because they want to know how to be like that. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to get to that point, and that is what is magnetic, that source connection. This can basically be boiled down to source connection and high vibration. So people see that you have that source connection, that you're kind of led by like your good feelings, and that really being the divine. Alright, so we have strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for gifts in this situation. Like I said, always looking on the positive side. Always seeing the perspective of what is the gift with the situation, even if it's a bad situation or something that would not be favorable or liked by many. So you always help and aid other people in seeing the good in situations. And again, really just vibrating at that high frequency and positivity and trusting source and having faith that you're being led to your divine destiny. And people just kind of follow suit. They want to follow in your footsteps and feel that same way that they see you feeling. So you might attract, like, I feel people sometimes in very low vibrations because they're looking for that healing to be able to transform into what you are. So pat yourself on the back because you live an example for everybody else. And it's truly a wonderful thing to be able to see people like that, because especially in these days and times right now, it's not always positive, but you're still maintaining that, and people see that, and that's what's going to draw people into you. All right, pile 2, drop your comments, please. I would love to hear feedback on this pile. I really like this one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're new, hit that notification bell to receive updates when I go live or post new content. And if you want to book a personal reading, check out the description box. All the instructions are there on how to get a hold of me, have booked out a couple days right now, but if you would like an immediate answer, I'm available by email questions. There's also that in the description box to learn about the product. All right, pile 3, let's get started. And pile 2, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right. Last but not least, pile 3. All right, pile 3, we have Mother of Pearl. I love this little one. All right. So what about your energy is magnetic? I just hear, while I'm shuffling the cards, and I was thinking about this stone here, I just hear pure intention. Okay, so what about your energy is magnetic? Whoa. The Hierophant. You are a teacher, you are a leader, you are somebody that gives advice, and that would make sense with the pure intentions. Even when it's not a good answer, or if someone's really struggling and having burden, they know that they can come to you because you're of pure intention, and you're going to give them the straight truth. I feel like pure intention and honesty is what is truly magnetic about you, because if people come to you, they know that you're going to tell it like it is, not sugarcoat it. Even if people have been feeding them bullshit, you're going to give them the exact answer that they need to know, not what they want to know. Yeah, so again, the 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Even if it's not the desired answer, you're definitely going to give it. And the reason being is I feel like you have been through this energy quite a few times, and people know that, so that they know when they're coming to ask for advice that you probably have dealt with the situation, especially if it has to do with relationships. I hear that people find confidence in you relative to relationship questions, or like, what should I do? And I feel like you do a really good job of this, especially when people are coming to you in that negative, like, torn up energy. And even if they're creating it themselves, you work with them slowly, and you slowly give them the truths and ease them into it. It's a slow process for you, but it works. And you're able to take very like traumatic, stressful situations and really have a level head and help this person gain a level head to be able to deal with what's going on in front of them. Yeah, look, the Balance card, Temperance. You're able to mold those energies together, the good and the bad, so that it's just approached from a neutral situation. You're very good at getting people to go neutral if they're all the way to one side, and that could be of positivity or like being very negative or hurt or whatever the situation is. You inspire positive change and passionate change in people because of this way that you explain things and break things down for people with the truth and the pure intentions. And again, the Hermit. This wasn't, you should go back and watch pile 2. I feel like this is kind of relative to you as well. And the Hermit here, I believe, represents that, again, you have had to, in the past, deal with situations where you've had to take multiple spiritual journeys to be able to have these new beginnings for yourself. So the ability for you to be able to advise people about being in these past situations with pure intention and, pure love, and really speaking to people's highest good is very magnetic. This one. The Queen of Swords. I feel like you can be, like I was saying, very honest, straight to the point, sharp-tongued, but that honesty is what gets you places. I feel like it helps you in your everyday life too, and it's, people really respect that and want to be around you for that reason. The way that you just cut right to the chase, and you don't mince words, and you say exactly what you mean, and you mean what you say. And people know that when you're going to say something or when you're talking, it's with purpose and you're not just running your mouth. I feel like you might be kind of quiet, and then when you do have something to say, it's very powerful and very straightforward, and that's when people know that they should listen. Okay, so the King of Wands. And you speak it very passionately, with energy, because you've been here before. It's the way that your words are said, with, look at this, the King of Cups on the bottom, like propelled by emotion, by passion, that people find trust in you because they hear the conviction in your voice. And I feel like your voice is very melodic. Like when you speak to people, they're really listening intently. I see like, I feel like you might even do like, or could do voiceover work, maybe something with ASMR, but you have a deeply meditative voice, and the truth that just the tone of your voice holds, because the way that you're coming at people with the, like a truth, like a frequency of truth, they can hear it in your tonality. And it probably wouldn't even matter what you were really saying. You could just be talking about something like very everyday, but that really pulls people into you. And makes your energy very magnetic to others, that they kind of just want to listen to you, and just they can listen to you talk all day. That's what I hear. They can listen to you talk all day. All right, so let's pull some oracle cards. What about your energy is magnetic? Too many. This one. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. Again, I think that you're very quiet and you're very observant. I think that you do a lot of people watching, and people respect that you like to have your time alone. People wish that they could be like you. I feel like there's a lot of people around you that are very codependent, that rely on other people for validation, and you are not like that. You stand in your own energy with your pure intentions and your truth. And you don't need anybody to validate that for you. That's a very good quality to have. Make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Again, this is your energy. You're very straightforward, and you're like, I'm not doing this again. I already did this. And when you learn something, or you learn from a cycle that's happened, you're very vocal about it because it is now your truth. And if you see someone else struggling with something similar, you're going to tell them. And they'll listen to you and they'll hear you. Oops. So the Deer, bring a gentle touch. And I feel like that truth, although sometimes it's very cutting and not what people always want to hear, it does have a gentle touch, and I feel like that's the part of your voice that is captivating, that draws people in, that makes them want to listen and, just hear your wise words. And look, this headdress, it's kind of outside of this deer here, so I feel like your aura is very pleasing too, that people know that you have a lot of innate knowledge, or that you're connected with source to be able to give that type of guidance, that you've experienced these karmic lessons and have you're coming from a place of wisdom. And that's very magnetic because people think that you have the answers because of how wise you are and what you've been through. Lapis lazuli, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. So again, you've had lots of life-changing moments, and you are a life-changing moment to other people. Hear that again. You are a life-changing moment to other people. You, I feel like, pull light bulb moments out of people that they would not have with other beings on this planet. And it's from that place of experience and that way that you speak with pure intention and truth that you trigger this in them. patience. Pause before you take action. Trust the divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So you're very patient with people, but you always deliver the same message over and over again because you know it to be true. They might go through the same cycle a few times, but they always come back because they end up experiencing the same cycle. And it's that patience that you have with people, but you're still blunt, right to the point, that they respect what you're saying, because sometimes people need to hear it in repetition. So if that light bulb doesn't go off right away, they come back around again, you tell them again, maybe they do it again, and then they come back around, and then bam, light bulb. But it's from that repetition and you being consistent, solid, patient, and this hierophant figure that is as a mentor or a teacher to somebody, that they understand that what you're saying after these, maybe these few cycles, that they understand what you're saying is true. So that's what makes your energy magnetic, this experience and this wisdom. And this was a really, really beautiful reading. Drop your comments down below. Let me know any feedback on this, or about yourself. I'd love to hear. If you're new to the channel as well, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to receive notifications. And if you're looking to purchase a personal reading, check out the description box below. I am booked out a couple days, so if you like a reading that day, or possibly within the next 24 hours, try one of my email specials for $22.22 right now, to get those questions answered immediately. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I really much appreciate your viewership. It's what keeps me going, and working with everybody to kind of bring love, light, and healing to them. So as always, everybody, have a blessed day, and I will see you later.